Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
For this is what the Sovereign Lord says.
Why do you need prophets to tell people who you are and what you want?
If you can justify everything that the God of the Bible has done, then you can justify any of your behavior.
A lot of this mentality is trickling into what is now mainstream right-wing Christianity.
I am capable of empathy greater than this God of the Bible.
This is a Bible that they tell kids. This is the good Lord. This is the good book. He is fantasizing about murder, mass murder.
Head over to sacrilegiousdiscourse.com right now to find out how to leave us a review or support us on Patreon.
Hey there, sinners and saints. It's your favorite Bible-bashing duo from Sacrilegious Discourse, and we need your help.
That's right, folks. We're raising funds for some heavenly equipment and a studio that doesn't sound like it's in the depths of hell.
Our current setup, let's just say it's more apocalypse than audiophile.
So if you want to hear us dissect the Bible without the background noise of demonic squirrels, chip in a few bucks.
We're aiming for $5,000 to upgrade our audio and build a studio worthy of blasphemous banter.
Donate today and help us spread the good word of atheism.
You can find a link right on our homepage, sacrilegiousdiscourse.com. Every dollar counts.
Even if it's from your collection plate. Hey you, welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
I'm wife.
And together we're reading the Bible.
Starting with Genesis and eventually ending with Revelations, we're working through every book and offering our atheist 2 cents.
Or shekels.
Yeah, those. We're asking questions and pointing out all the nonsense.
We aren't academics or scholars.
Nope. In fact, when it comes to religion, we really don't know anything at all.
What we've learned so far is that God's a dick.
Oh, he really is, isn't he? If you're interested in how we reached this startling conclusion, maybe start from episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in anywhere. It's all good.
Yep.
Hey wife, did you know that Anchor is sponsoring our show?
Really? Don't we use Anchor to distribute our podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts?
Yeah, and we are on just about every other platform available as well, thanks to them.
Why do we use Anchor as our podcasting service?
Well, they make editing and distributing our show a breeze.
What if one of our listeners wants to start their own podcast?
Then they should head over to anchor.fm or download the app to get started.
Awesome! You guys should go do that right now! Husband!
Wife!
It's a Q&A Tuesday!
It sure is.
The night before,
Just
super
barely.
late. God, we've got to get this under control, babes.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so did you have some questions for answering?
I mean, most of mine revolved around the women in this last chapter.
Same.
So Miriam and, like, whoever what the fuck happened with Noah getting married? Like, that was crazy. Whoa.
Noah.
No, oh my God.
Moses. Jesus.
I think they look the same in my mind, so, like, I get them confused.
I think you hiccuped and your brain
My brain
did the
just
same.
malfunctioned, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we are going to be talking about some of the girly girls of the Bible from Numbers chapters 12 and 13.
All right. Hey, wife.
Yes, husband.
Did you know that we are now on Patreon?
Yes, because you told me, but also, no, tell me more.
So we're on Patreon now.
Are we?
We are, and our supporters can go there and support us, and we have multiple levels all the way up to You Killed God.
That sounds really drastic and escalated quickly-ish.
Well, no, there's multiple levels before there, so it escalates on a sliding scale of, cheap to not cheap.
Oh.
But, we can definitely use any amount, so, like, any support is always appreciated.
So what exactly is Patreon?
It's a place where you can show your support for our podcast. And
just our podcast?
Any podcast or any performer.
But, we're the ones that, you're listening to right now. So maybe you should, support us. That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. But we love you anyway.
So all you got to do is go to Patreon, look up Sacrilegious Discourse. It's actually patreon.com/Sacrilegious Discourse is our actual main page there. So head on over and send us some love.
Yeah. Hey, so you said you looked up a chick?
I mean, no, I didn't look up a chick. I looked up what's the deal with Moses' marriage thing, because I was like, where the fuck did that come from? And then I realized that there was excerpts from, like, Exodus, maybe? Like, that mentioned stuff, and I didn't remember that happening, but, like...
Yeah, his wife was Zipporah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But... Actually, that gets into a little bit of what I covered, because I looked up who the fuck is Miriam. Because remember, like, we're just reading about this and all of a sudden there's a Miriam.
She's Miriam the Bible-larium.
Oh my God.
No, that was really bad.
That was so bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so Miriam, this is the first time... Okay, let me erase that. Never mind.
Yeah, I'll cut that out of the whole podcast.
No.
That's what I do. I don't just do it in one take. We just cut it out.
Shut up. I was speaking before I had thought out fully my sentence.
That never happens.
Fuck off. All right, so here's what happened.
Okay.
So, Miriam is Aaron and Moses' sister. Okay.
Okay.
You know how Moses and Aaron are bros?
Yeah.
Well, they have a sister, Miriam.
Okay.
And the first time that we noticed in the Bible that Moses had a sister was, okay, so you remember like way back when Moses was a baby and his mom put him on the Nile, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Because he was going to die.
Yeah. And then, the, I don't know, Egypt bitch took him out of the water.
Yeah, and
right?
raised him and whatever.
No.
Oh.
Yes and no.
Pawned him off on an Israelite to raise him.
No, here's what happened.
Sorry.
Yeah, shut up. So the Egypt bitch took him out the water, and the sister, unnamed at that point, was watching.
Okay.
And so basically saved Moses because the Egypt bitch was like, oh, what a cute little babykins, and I'm going to keep it. And so then the sister, who had been watching this whole thing, ran forward and was like, oh my God, dude, if you're going to keep that baby, you totally probably want it to have a nursemaid because, it needs to be fed. So she was
the one that like
And so, yeah. So then the Egypt bitch was like, yeah, that sounds good. Go get me a nursemaid. And so she brought her mom. So the mom got to raise her own child.
I see.
Yeah. Do you remember any of that?
Yeah, no, I remember that. I remember the raising their own child. I didn't realize that it was Moses' sister that saved him. Basically.
Yeah. So that's like the first reason why Miriam is quite beloved.
Okay.
By people of the Jewish faith, apparently.
Got it.
So that's the first thing. Okay, the next thing, and I didn't realize when we read this that it was such a big fucking deal. Okay, do you remember when they crossed over the Red Sea?
Yeah.
And then after that, Miriam and all the women raised up a big party and a big halloo.
I don't really remember that, but I'm sure you're right.
I vaguely remember it. Like they started singing and banging drums and stuff. Like they were like hooting and hollering.
Got it.
Okay. So that was a big deal apparently. Like she is the one who is
she organized the big beating and hooting and hollering party.
Oh my God. Why do you try me?
Because.
Okay. So anyway, so she is the one that is like attributed the party going ways. Like she brought music and dance. Got it. She's a great woman of the Bible. Okay. Because of this stuff.
Got it.
Okay. And I know it sounds stupid. Well, at that point she was called a prophetess, a prophet. And she is the first woman to be referred to as a prophet in the Bible.
Huh.
Yeah. So that was the second thing she did. So she did the hootenanny, okay? So she saved Moses, and then she raised up a hootenanny, and then this third thing that she did is, even though God frowned on it and punished her, she and her brother Aaron challenged Moses and were like, dude, the fuck? Don't you think that God is speaking through us too? Like, not just you,
but,
right?
Like, okay, but what I don't understand about that is that it was said many, many times in the Bible at least, that God only spoke to Moses.
Right.
And at that, like, okay, it literally said in this chapter that God came down and faced them and talked to them.
Yeah.
Like, God was like, he wouldn't let Moses see his face.
Right.
But he's facing them and talking to them.
Well, apparently that happened more than we realize and was left out. Because Miriam was like, you know, that's what the whole challenge was about. She thought that there should be more leadership of diversity in men and women.
Oh, wow.
Okay?
So
Yeah.
she's like a champion for women's rights.
Exactly. So
Interesting.
with those three things, she is a beloved woman of the Bible.
Gotcha.
And that's why she is celebrated.
Well, that's kind of cool. I mean, insofar as the Bible's concerned, that's kind of cool.
She is so beloved by the people that, you know how even though she and Aaron both stood up to Moses,
Yeah.
God rebuked both of them, but he only punished Miriam,
Right.
you know, made her white as snow with leprosy.
Right.
And by leprosy, they mean some affliction.
Sure.
Not specifically leprosy.
Okay.
They just mean whatever illness.
Got it.
Okay, so she is so beloved by the people that they waited a week for her to be become clean again.
Yeah.
Before they traveled. They would not travel on without her.
See, that was also part of my question, though. Like, it shouldn't have mattered. Like, what if God left them there? Were they going to just stay and wait for Miriam?
Yeah.
Even if God left them?
Yeah.
So they were like, fuck God, Miriam's coming with us.
Yeah, because she was such a beloved person.
But that seems like it would incur the wrath of God again. Like,
Well, thank goodness that didn't happen.
I guess, yeah.
So, anyway, she's quite beloved. She's a prophet. She's the first woman prophet, and such a big deal that I always wondered about this. Like, there's a lot of Marys in the New Testament. There's obviously the Virgin Mary.
Yeah.
There's the Mary that's like the not the hoe bag. Okay, what is prostitute? I couldn't think of the word prostitute.
Okay. Hoe bag, prostitute, you know, whatever.
Yeah, like, and no shade on sex workers. Sex work is real work.
Yeah.
Just so that we're clear, my brain wouldn't think of the right words.
Right, I gotcha.
So, okay. So, anyway, they're all Marys, right? There's all these Marys running around. That name comes from the root Miriam.
Got it.
So all of these Marys are like named in her honor.
I see.
Yeah, isn't that so cool?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay, but you are still wondering, but wife, you said that you know, this was going to tie in with Zipporah.
Right.
So how does that work, right?
Well, and also I have one more question along those lines.
Okay.
And that's that if Moses was married back in Exodus and stuff, which is when they were leaving Egypt, we're 2 years in. Mm-hmm. Why the fuck are they all concerned about this wife now in... Like, what's going on?
Okay, I don't know. I don't know about all that.
Okay.
But here's this. So I'm assuming that what you're referring to is when Miriam was addressing Moses and was like, excuse the fuck out of me, my good sir. But didn't God speak to all of us? And anyway, you married some unnamed, like she doesn't name who she's speaking about.
Right.
Like, you married this whatever bitch over here, and, you know, that was dumb of you. And so that's where the question of, wait, are we referring to Zipporah, or are we referring to a different wife entirely?
Right.
And, like, so that's why it's a big deal of, wait, what's the big deal with this wife? That's why, because we don't know if it's a second wife or if Zipporah died and he remarried. Because
and apparently this isn't clarified? Or?
It's not clarified because Moses lived many years, right? And so he could easily have outlived his first wife, Zipporah.
I mean, Moses seems like Moses is a like larger than life character in the Old Testament,
right?
And to like just kind of glaze over this wife portion thing seems very
Weird.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Well, here's a thing too. When Miriam got all uppity and was like, "You married this bitch over here," and that was dumb. There's a question of whether she meant it to be like racist, like you married this woman, this Cushite woman, could mean that she was
You married outside of the clan, basically.
you
and,
married
like, what the
or
hell?
you married a darker skinned woman,
Sure.
or you know what I mean? Like it was supposed to be very insulting, but the question is this insulting because of race, or is this insulting because of clan affiliation
Or class, even?
or class? Yeah, like there's all this question about what the fuck she meant by it.
Right.
And that was never clarified.
Gotcha.
And then also we know Zipporah's lineage. Like I don't know it, but you know,
Sure,
scholars know it.
people know it.
People that paid attention to all the begats and whatnots and what have yous. Not me, clearly. So they're like not really sure that, you know, when she's like that Cushite bitch over there,
Right.
they don't really think that applies to Zipporah.
Okay.
So
that's why they think there might be a second wife.
There was he either picked up a second wife along the way or replaced Zipporah if Zipporah passed away.
Gotcha.
So, and there's
It's just either way, it seems like there would be big news, though.
You would think, but we weren't writing it and they didn't ask our opinion.
Right, obviously.
Something else to keep in mind is like when you are writing a journal or a diary or a letter to a friend,
Yeah.
like things that seem everyday to you don't seem like something worth writing down because everybody already knows it.
Sure.
It's kind of like when you come home from work and you're talking all this fucking lingo and I'm like, I don't know what that word means. And you're like, oh, sorry, it's this.
They're like Moses was meeting with God on a mountain. How important was it that he got remarried? Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, honestly though, you know, like it's hard to tell what is going to be important for people to read about later. And Moses's wife was not probably something that they thought worth mentioning.
We really had to get those instructions on how to build the ark and the tabernacle on there.
Right,
So,
exactly.
You know, that's very important shit.
Yeah, I don't know about all that, but yeah, that was Miriam.
Okay.
So I thought that was really interesting.
No, that is very interesting, actually. Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that there is some like tiny crumb of progressiveness in the Bible, Old Testament.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of cool.
Oh,
I mean, on a not so cool book.
Here's something else. We haven't got there yet, but apparently Miriam never spoke again.
Really?
God took her voice.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So
God
after
is not progressive. Miriam
No.
was progressive. But
Yeah.
God was fucking
Yeah.
dickhead.
I mean, that was quite the punishment. First, he afflicted her and made her have to leave the camp to become clean again for a week, right?
Yeah.
She gets restored and comes back, but is unable to speak ever again.
That sucks.
Yeah. And talk about a man putting a woman in her place or whatever, because he didn't do that to Aaron, and Aaron was right there with her.
Well, I mean, they never do anything to Aaron. Aaron freaking made the golden calf, and I mean, like,
Yeah.
Aaron's like, what? I don't know.
I don't know. Give me gold. Okay.
Yeah, that really pisses me off.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole every time I
Every
read this
time.
book, it pisses me off.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like tonight, that's what pisses me off. So,
Yes.
there we go.
So I am a fan of Miriam. I'm glad that she did all the things she did. I mean, she saved her brother. She was smart, you know,
Yeah.
setting that up. And then apparently, you know, she invented the hootenanny, and that's cool. And then, you know, she stood up for women, you know, being part of the decision-making process.
Yeah, if Miriam hadn't saved Moses, then God wouldn't have any people to talk of.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I mean,
it's true.
dude, she's like more important than Moses.
Almost.
I mean,
yeah,
you know, sort of.
right.
So,
And apparently she never married because we don't hear about her husband.
right.
So, whatever.
Yeah. So is that all we had to cover this time, or is there more tidbits or anything?
That's all I looked up.
Okay.
'Cause-
I didn't actually look anything up this time. Well, I did. I looked up. I was curious about the
wife thing.
But
Yeah.
I only found little tidbits, and I didn't have enough time to research it in full. So I'm glad you did, and it was interesting information, I think.
I mean, that was our big question: was who the fuck is Miriam?
Yeah.
Like, I don't recall.
I didn't. Yeah, I mean, so like there's. I'm sure there's things that we miss.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Every week, like
definitely.
And then they just like pick it up somewhere else, and we're like, "What was that?"
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
What is that?
Exactly.
But it's nice to find out like what it is.
Right.
So.
Right.
I mean, insofar as we're trying to learn a little bit about the
little
Bible.
bit, just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. And cuss a lot. We like cussing.
Oh my god, I fucking love cussing.
It's great.
It is great.
All right, so catch us with more cussing. See us on Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday.
So that ends this week's Q&A.
If you have questions, answers, or comments, please email them to us by next Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern, to be included in next Tuesday's Q&A episode.
Awesome. See ya.
Bye.
Hey, wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my god. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe, leave an Apple review, join us on Twitter, support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks!
Okay, bye.